There, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Sounds like it's been a busy day.
Yeah, back to back morning. And the person before had internet issues. They live in Boston and like the whole city like lost Xfinity like internet. And so it had them delayed a bit, but then they still had to leave to go to a class. So
Wow.
it worked out. So I literally was actually deleting the message that I had to like send and I pressed enter. And so it all sent. That's why I was like, scratch that.
Not a problem. All right, I'm going to open docs. So how has the week been?
It's been good.
Good,
Yes,
good.
yeah, the end of the week, last week, coming back and getting back on track was good. And then weekend was nice. Yesterday was a good day. Stayed on track. Had a break in between the day. It's good. I'm
Good.
just trying to find my notebook because I know I had it and I don't know where I put it because I cleaned my office the other day with intention of cleaning it and something I lost it. I don't know where it is. I don't know where I put it, but I'll find it.
Oh, no. Do you need to?
No, I don't. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm like, I pulled out the most important sheets that I had and was keeping those close by because I kept referring back to them, but I didn't know where I put it, but I put it on top of it and it just hid in my little cubby over here.
Okay.
Yes. Well, I mean, and I guess good and bad, like my business checking account was like thefted. So yeah, but I noticed it right away. It was like a LinkedIn thing. And then I was like, what is this? And then they tried it like 6 times and then the bank. And then I had to go to the bank because of how many fraudulent things there were. And so to make sure it was me saying it was me. And anyway, but it's resolved. I had to get another new debit card after I had to get the new bank account when I changed the EIN, but that finally came yesterday. So it's good, but it ultimately didn't stress me out as much as I thought it would. So it's okay.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right. You said you did fill out your sheet?
No,
Oh, okay.
I realize that right now that I did not.
Okay, that's okay.
Because I did write down. I did the homework that we had talked about and I didn't have anything new. And I guess I just completely forgot. That is something that is like one thing I need to work on is to remember to do that and to do it before Monday.
You might want to put, a note in your calendar and just reoccur it, like either on Fridays or if, I don't know
Well,
if you
so
want to
that's
do
what
it.
that's what I have to figure out what's going to work best for me. Cause I have one in there for Mondays, but then Mondays are always typically busy. And so it reminds me, and then I
Yeah.
say, I'll do that. And then I don't do that.
Right.
So, yeah,
All right, so you worked on the mission and vision statement and job description?
worked on the job description, and I still, I started to talk about the mission and vision statement because I talked to Mike and I talked about it, but I'm still struggling with what I want that to be and how I want that to be. And so I do think I'm a little stuck there.
Okay, what, do you know what is getting you stuck?
Yeah. Yes. You asked me the question is why or slash who am I, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I wrote down, in turn, work with that to catch your vision. And I guess I'm stuck with, is that like the type of therapy I provide? Like, I looked up I did a lot. So I should say I did a lot of work on it, because I went online and I, Indeeded and LinkedIn, all kinds of therapy, right? Like remote positions. Like I wanted to, like, looking at the job description and then looking at their vision mission. And they aren't really great.
Right. Most people don't do well on them.
So, and I'm like, well, that's really no different than the stuff I already have written in my website. Like, so
Right.
I'm looking at my website and looking at, when I started everything and the things I say about myself. And then on my Zen Care page, like I worked with their writing team. That was part of like the setup, where they had, have a really great write-up about me and True Counseling Services, but it's not really a vision statement. So I'm stuck on making it, short, sweet, concise, and meaningful.
Okay. Well, let's just talk through it, because a lot of times what happens is, like, if I ask you certain questions and you start talking, I will be typing and it'll kind of evolve out of that. So let's start with the mission, because you have to have a mission before you have a vision.
Right.
Okay. So what you want to keep in mind is that it should clearly define the brand's purpose, core function, and goals. Okay.
Mhm.
So if you were to say right off of the bat, if I were to say, Melissa, what's the purpose for True Counseling Services?
Right. So, and that's where I was saying is, like, I have a lot of that. Like,
Okay. Do you want to just share that with me?
yeah. So the purpose, right, is to give clients the tools to navigate life, like navigate stressors in life without feeling overwhelmed and unsupported.
Without feeling overwhelmed and unsupported?
Yeah, without feeling, right? So when I talk to people about like my goals, right? Okay, mission, we'll call that. I say goal, goal of treatment of my work with people is for, I always jokingly say is I want to work myself out of a job. I don't want you to feel like you have to come see me every week for the rest of your life, or you're never going to be able to function. That's, without it being concise and clear and professional, that's my goal. Like that's my overall mission in my work.
And this is just a question, there's no right or wrong. Instead of, I like the beginning, the to give client tools to navigate the stressors in life. What if on the second part, could you reword that to speak in the positive? So instead of saying without overwhelm or feeling unsupportive, how could we switch that a little bit to speak it in the positive?
Hi. I knew that was, and every time. Hi. Because I have had we chose to have a nice weekend with family instead of doing groceries, and now my groceries are being delivered. So
and so that they're going,
yeah, that's why Kai's barking. No, Kai. No, Kai. No. Good boy. Repeat that because he distracted me. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. The second half, without feeling overwhelmed and unsupportive. So those, unfortunately, those are negative terms, even though you're trying to counteract them. Is there a way that you can think about saying that, but switching it to the positive with feeling supportive or with feeling confident and, or something that would speak a positive into? but meaning the same, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. And I'm just,
That's okay.
hey, come here. You don't need to do that. You want cheese? Come here. Hey, 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 hey.
They're children.
He is. Kai, come here. Come. No, boy. No. You see your big siblings aren't doing that. I'm trying like. There are two, oh, there's another car the one joy of working in the front of the house and somebody coming is that they can see anything that comes, and there's a car that parked across, like in front of our house too.
And their hearing, I have a dog that her hearing is stellar, and she's like, I mean, she can hear the leaf blow, you know. Oh, he's
Yeah.
so pretty.
He is very pretty and he's a very sweet boy.
Does he have blue eyes?
He actually, I just noticed this like this week or last week, is he has, and I clarified this with Mike and he's like, I understood what you meant, but he has two different colored eyes,
Uh-huh.
but a singular eye is two different colors. So like each eye is like half brown and half blue.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, he's very interesting. Yes. And he's growing up. He's being a good boy. See, they're going. They're
How
good.
old is he?
Only 6 months.
Morning, baby.
Yeah, he was born September 1st, and we got him October 23rd, I think.
Aw.
And my daughter has anxiety, and she has a cat that she just adores, and so she really wanted him for companionship, and bugged us for years. I gave him to her, finally, and I told her he spends all day with me, and he's going to grow attached to me. And now it's kind of sad because he won't sleep with her anymore.
Yeah, he's bonding with you because do you feed him?
Well, we open feed our pets, and we all feed them. So like if the bowl is empty, Marley will feed, things like that. But
Yeah.
but
Aw.
it's, he's with me all day, but he does love her because she slept at a friend's house this weekend. And anyway, I brought her clothes and I brought him, and he was so excited and tried to jump out the window to get to her.
Cute.
When we picked her up, we brought him, and he just like loved on her. And so I think
Aw.
it's an equal bond. But anyhow, he should stop
Yeah.
barking now because they are gone. So back to that. So, right. So you said that I'm going to try and like read and like continue it over, to give clients the tools to work through life's stressors confidently.
Mhm.
And to feel in control of the direction they're headed, or I don't know if I like that specifically.
How about, okay, to give client tools to navigate stressors in life confidently and feel in control of the direction, how about of their journey?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then, let's see.
Can you repeat that to me, Francis?
Oh, okay. Okay, so the purpose to give clients the tools to navigate stressors in life confidently and feel in control of the direction of their journey.
Writing it in my notes section too. So, okay.
Okay, so, then let's look at, let's look at the next, piece of that is, the core function. And that means the major functionality, original purpose, or action focus of the subject.
What is an example?
An example would be, hold on. Okay, so like this one says there are core business functions. The 5 functions of business are key areas that must execute in addition to your primary function. They are human resources, finances, marketing, sales, and strategy. So I know that kind of takes the Philly out of it, but that is the core of what makes a business run.
Yeah.
So, and even just a couple words, a sentence, let's see if I can find something else.
Well, I could think something like, I guess is so do you continuation, right?
mhm.
Our mission is to give clients the tools to navigate through life stressors confidently and be in control of the direction of their journey. In order to do this, right? Or how we do this is by, or is that not the direction?
Well, let me read this one. Here are some examples of cores in business. Consistently high quality, incomparable value, ceaseless innovation, great customer service, clever and successful marketing, and formidable size and buying power. Last couple ones don't do much for me, but
Yeah.
the high quality, consistent high quality, value, incomparable value, ceaseless innovation. Those things you could probably take and mess around with them a little bit. Let's see what else.
Would that be where we sort of say as we provide, easy, not easy, I don't like that word, but like, is this where it would be like, provide services anywhere through an effective telehealth platform? Would that be something like that?
Yeah, we could to provide quality services. I don't think you need to designate whether it's telehealth or in-house. That's
Okay.
just location thing. Okay, to provide quality services. Hold on, let me go back to that.
In a way that is comfortable, or something around comfort in the sense of like safety, like safe and secure environment.
In a safe and secure environment. Perfect. Okay, and then probably one more sentence, and that would be goals. What's your goal for the client?
I feel like my goal is the first sentence.
Okay. Okay. So in that sentence, it's you giving the client.
Maybe to teach, instead of give, is to teach.
Yeah. Like that. See how this happens? Okay. So in that is to teach clients tools to navigate through life stressors, through stressors in life confidently and feel in control of the direction of their journey. So that is what you are doing for them. What would be your ultimate goal in terms of their, how they come out? And it's not what there's something here and I can't get it out. I hate that. Feel that? Ever feel that way? Okay, let me do a little bit more.
I'm just thinking, like, when you say, so goal is, the goal of treatment is for clients to feel like the primary reasons for coming have been significantly improved or resolved.
Say it again.
Does that make sense?
Say it one more time.
Yeah, the primary goal would be that what brought the clients in for treatment, they will feel as if it has been significantly improved or resolved. Or am I wrong in that, what you're asking me?
It's a possibility. It's especially these significantly improved or resolved. I'm just trying to see if there's a different way to the primary goal.
I mean, like, some of the ones, like, is almost even smaller, like this one is a place in California. Their mission statement says to be committed to the wellness of individuals, their families, and the community through prevention, intervention, treatment, and education. That's how I'm like, that's just like a whole lot of BS. Then
this one's nice. It says to inspire hope and contribute to health and well-being by providing the best care to every patient through integrated clinical practice, education, and research.
yeah. So less wordy, right?
Well, it's
Next door, it's just a car.
oh, it's like so right on the tip of my tongue. I can feel it. Okay, I'm thinking, let's go back to the top.
Mm-hmm.
How about if we start with saying true counseling exists to teach clients the tools to navigate stressors in life confidently and feel in control of the direction of their journey. to provide quality services in a safe and secure environment. And then I'm thinking, and to help them reach their goals
I would say work with clients to reach their,
to work with
and
and
And-
to
go ahead.
work with
Yeah, clients to reach their goals
reach their goals.
identified at the start of treatment,
Say that one more time.
identified at the start of treatment.
No,
No,
but because in a how about goals in a significantly improved or resolved, and then there's a word. Status, matter.
well, okay, so okay, wait, let's try it. So to provide quality services and maybe not through, but in a safe and secure environment.
And to work with clients to reach their goals in a significantly improved or resolved way.
Oh, and yeah, and to work with clients to significantly reduce or resolve symptoms.
I don't know that you would want to put that symptoms in there,
Okay, so
because it's you're moving towards a treatment thing, and I know it's kind of hard to separate the two, but
oh, so what if I said to provide quality services in a safe and secure environment using evidence-based practices?
okay,
Right, because like the one you read me, to inspire hope and contribute to health and well-being by providing best care to every patient through integrated clinical practice, education, and research, right? So to provide quality services in a safe and secure environment. Utilizing,
using
using evidence-based practices.
practices to reach their goal.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me read that from the start. Okay, true counseling exists to teach clients the tools to navigate stressors in life confidently and feel in control of the direction of their journey, to provide quality services in a safe and secure environment using evidence-based practices to reach their goal.
Yeah. I want to read it back too. So
Mhm.
your counseling services exist to teach clients the tools to navigate through stressors in life confidently. What about while feeling in control instead of and? I feel like there's a lot of ands.
Okay. Wow, feeling in control.
While feeling in control of the direction of their journey, their mental health journey,
Mm-mm.
just journey.
Mhm.
Okay. Kai, dog. No, sir. And then period. And then to provide quality services in a safe and secure environment using evidence-based practices to reach their goals or to achieve. Reach or achieve.
Achieve.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely getting there. It may stick and you may refine it. Maybe when you talk to Mike and you read it to him, it may start some juices flowing there too. And you can either leave it there or build upon it or tweak it a little bit. But that's literally, you only need literally 2 to 3 sentences.
Yeah, I'm just wondering the way that it sits for me, right? Again, two sentences. True counseling exists to teach clients the tools to navigate through stressors in life confidently while feeling in control of the direction of their journey.
Or right there, feeling in control of their life journey.
Okay. Life journey. And then I have a period, but then it seems like the next sentence doesn't flow because then it says to provide quality services. So our goal, right? Our mission, is this where we say our mission is to provide?
Uh-huh.
Because I feel like if we just say to, that the
Mhm.
sentences don't flow. So which do you think
I
our,
like our mission is to provide.
okay, to provide quality services in a safe and secure environment using evidence-based practices to support clients in achieving their goals. What do you think?
Okay.
I can say, I'm going to share you the way that I have it written in the chat right there. See, I see why many of these people's mission statements are bullet points because it's harder than to like have it be like that, which is where my stuck point is I want it to feel like you're reading something and not just saying something like benefits, services, right? Like,
Yeah. Okay. All right. Want to look at vision?
yeah,
Okay. Sample. To be committed to the wellness of individuals, their families, and the community through prevention, intervention, treatment, and education. Now, what you want to keep in mind is the hold on. What you want to keep in mind is that the vision is going to describe how true counseling is going to get accomplished what the mission is.
okay.
So this is great. This is the this one here is extremely short. It's Ben and Jerry's making the best ice cream in the nicest possible way. I like that. Okay. It is written, a good vision statement has common components. It is written in the present, not future tense. Aha. They describe what we feel, hear, think, say, and do as if we have reached our vision now. That's a little bit different than what I would normally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so what we intend to accomplish, right?
Well, this one says, a vision should unite the organization and provide a stable, transcendent goal. The vision should avoid using jargon and buzzwords and should use understandable terminology. Writing concise statement or sentences is another way of clarifying a vision statement. An effective statement sets an abstract yet challenging goal. This
But-
one, a few tips, has 5 points on creating it. Remember to ask why and want. Remember to ask why you want certain things. Think about what you want, not what you don't want. Give yourself permission to dream, be creative, consider ideas that you had never thought possible, and focus on your wishes. And
Yeah, like so, one of the ones I saved is another clinic, and this one's in California, but so like the mission, their mission, right, to create a protected therapeutic space where people feel empowered to self-reflect, but this one's really long, to create a team of therapists and staff to provide our clients with attentive, empathetic, and reflective partners in the exploration of their lives through listening, meeting them where they're at, providing tools. This one's very long. And to establish a cohesive team where team members feel cared for. But the vision is to empower all people to look inside themselves and make changes to better their lives. So like on my page at the very end, not a tagline, maybe this is my vision, it helping people to reach their full potential.
yeah, but again, you want to think in terms of how. Like I'm looking at a bunch of these Starbucks vision statement. Well, their mission is to inspire and nurture the human spirit. Their vision, one person, one cup, one neighborhood at a time. So that's how they get their mission accomplished. The vision is really is the how.
Okay.
Like Google, to provide access to the world's information in one click. That's how people get.
Well, so I mean, eventually, potentially, they'll be they'll be in person. Right now, that's not my intention, right? It's a virtual sort of connectivity. And so to provide, like ultimately when I think about what I want to do is to provide easily accessible services from skilled clinicians, right, who will work with and teach people skills that they can retain and use for their entire life.
Yeah, so your vision is the description of the desired state of the company, inspiring your team and showing them how success will look and feel. So the vision isn't necessarily for the client to see. That's more the mission statement. The vision statement is more for the internal on how you're going to carry out the mission with your team. So if you think in terms of your team, your future team, and you're like, okay, team, Our mission at True Counseling Services exists to teach clients to the tools to navigate through stressors, can't read today, stressors in life confidentially while feeling in control of their journey. Our mission is to provide quality services in a safe and secure environment using evidence-based practices to support clients in achieving their goals. So team, how are we going to go about that? Let's find a vision to make this happen. So if we're sitting in that meeting, what would you hear? What kind of ideas do you think you would hear to help to teach the clients the tools to navigate? You may have to sit on this one for a little while.
Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah.
Because I think this is one that a lot of people get confused because
Mhm.
I don't see a lot of what you're saying in a lot of what I'm reading of other people in my field, their vision statements, and not saying, I think you're right.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, I'm pulling, like this one says basically defining visioning as the process of defining a new destination while planning could be defined as okay, the destination, while planning could be defined as the process of designing how do we get there. That one's a little bit confusing.
Yeah, what I found here in like an entrepreneur site, I just pulled it back up, is that your mission statement reflects the more specific actions that compromise your business goal. The vision is like where you're headed, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay, let's go back to basics for a second.
hi. Lots of housework being done next door.
Dictionary definition. There's two of them, and they both are pretty decent. One, the faculty or state of being able to see. That's pretty basic, right? Talking about vision. The ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom.
I see what you're saying. I'm just trying to think.
Mm-hmm.
I actually just pulled up. So in Maine, I worked for an agency that was starting. That's actually one of the largest in the state now. Their website is terrible. So, but I just pulled it up, right? So I'm just trying to so I can try to grasp this. Their mission statement, which I think at the time I helped write, which was before children, so a long time ago. The Cornerstone Behavioral Health commits to being a client-focused center of excellence in an integrated behavioral health care. In integrated behavioral health care by providing high quality, current and evidence-based community services throughout Maine in an ethical, reliable, and effective manner. The vision statement says they will provide strength-based services, creating positive outcomes to fulfill clients' goals. Strives to be an agent of change in the delivery of integrated behavioral health care services by incorporating innovative and well-established practices in both clinical and administrative areas.
That's really long.
Yeah. There's another sentence.
Because you lost me.
Will ensure cost-effective service delivery and achieve continued growth and fiscal stability.
Yeah.
But I think reading this helps me because what they're saying is they want to have well-established practices to provide care that are congruent, right? And that they're gonna have cost-effective service delivery, but are still gonna grow financially and are gonna like have stability. So I get it, that it's about what would draw in somebody. The mission is what we're doing for the community, right?
Mhm, mhm.
Vision is what the goal of the business is.
Okay, so, yeah, so, when you, I like that, what the goal. What the business.
I'm glad we ended up getting there, because I will to look to that site, because I really look up to that woman. Obviously there's a lot there. And I just, but like, she's got a lot of skill and gusto and so the core is there. They could obviously use some work, but that's not my deal. But I think I grasp it a little bit better after reading that.
Okay, when you first decided to go into private practice, when you thought about if you let your mind go and what it could be and dreamed, what were some of the thoughts that came to your mind in the beginning of what it looked like for you? What was your vision of the practice?
That's a little skewed, I think, because I was quite content working in healthcare. And I was approached. So I was a surrogate. I think I told you that. Yes, right. So they knew I was a clinician, and they asked me if I ever thought about like being a resource and support, providing services to other surrogates and intended parents going through infertility. And that was like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. So I started that in 2015, where I never intended to be in private practice. I always just saw that as working for somebody else. But then, right, so in 2020, I was still working for Blue Cross, and I was doing this stuff part-time, but then COVID hit and surrogacy stopped because it's an elective procedure. IVF is an elective procedure. So that was some money that I'd been making for years. So I was like, what am I going to do? And one of my coworkers was doing BetterHelp.
Mhm.
Told me to do BetterHelp. And I did my research and said, I'm not doing BetterHelp. But so I thought, okay, well, sure. And so that's how I started it. And very quickly, well, it was COVID, so everybody was anxious, right? But like it was very successful. So I worked full time until June of 2021. And I worked full time doing my practice evenings and weekends. And at that point, I said, I'm losing money. At that point, I enjoyed what I was doing. And I really just wanted to help people get better. And I enjoy that one-on-one dynamic. Then, right, about a year ago, I capped out. There's no more of me to go around. And it's either accept that, like we talked about, or grow. And that's where I said, well, I think I have confidence in myself to grow. So when I started this, it wasn't a dream that I had. It became one. But now, I mean, I'm very passionate about it. I'm very passionate about the ability to treat people from anywhere, providing, again, like quality services by skilled, committed, motivated professionals who feel supported, right? I want people to feel supported and like they are part of something that is giving somebody something and is secure. Again, same thing, is secure. Like they're not gonna just come here and work for me and it's gonna fall apart, I guess.
So when you started thinking about expanding and growing, what kind of things went through your head? Did you have any imaginations of what it could be like, or any literally just like, wow, I could do this, or it could be,
I mean, ultimately, my thoughts were I have a lot to offer people, to teach people, just to get to give. And again, I have a quality of services about me that speak, that draws people in, I guess. So I initially, it's like when I thought about expanding is, I can't do this just me, right? And I want more. I want to see growth. I want the name to be something that people know and have positive things to say about when they hear the business name.
Okay, keep talking.
So I want to become, a well-known resource to multiple communities, to a larger scale, like not just be. That's why it's like that's why I said the telehealth thing is important, because I want it to be more than just Fort Worth, Texas, right? I want it to be something that anyone can have, in a sense, almost like, I don't think ever at that huge scale, but like a Talkspace type of situation, right? Where you hear the name and you know of it, but I want it to not just be somewhere where you can schedule an appointment tomorrow. I want it to be somewhere where it's like, I want to go there because I know I'm going to get better when I go there. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how to put that into words. And that's why I said I get stuck.
Yeah. One of the sentences you said that I think definitely needs to go in there somewhere, and I don't know where, but I wrote down to teach clinicians to give with quality services. Because that there is an action to teach clinicians, an action of your group.
So in that is important. And I use the word evidence-based because in this field, evidence-based is important. And it's something that is not just Melissa knows how to do this. It's something that, Jessica can implement or Erica can implement, right? That it's proven to say is that you can use these skills universally and teach them. So it's not just, what you're going to get from me, you're going to get from somebody else. Just like you go to a restaurant and you expect your meal to be made a certain way, right? It doesn't matter who the cook is that day. You can expect your meal to come out a way that you're going to want to eat it and you're going to enjoy it. And that's what I want. That's ultimately why there has been the fear-based about standard of care, right? Giving the same quality, the same feeling that I create with anybody that works for me, to my clients. And obviously, I mean, you've worked in this field, so it's not there. A lot of it is person specific, it's personality and autonomy, trust, motivation, desire, right? Passion.
Yeah. Tell me, I would imagine over the years that you have come across clinicians that don't have this passion that you do to provide the quality for not only the client's care, but the quality of, staff, that person, that they're in it just to, because it's convenient to make money part-time, whatever.
Mhm.
What, and I'm not that we use it, but I think it's good to define what do you want to make sure doesn't happen, or that you don't see in your private practice group.
I don't want to see people who are okay with people not growing and maintaining in treatment just to be in treatment. What I was, we haven't gotten to it yet, and obviously we're not going to get to it today, but like in the last week, the main theme is that I've had people that I not only moved from like weekly to bi-weekly, now I'm moving them to monthly. And so I have quite a bit of opening, like actual openings, Kai, no, because I'm not seeing these people regularly now, because they have made progress, that it's happened. So I want people who are gonna really challenge themselves and challenge their clients to really grow and change. And if they're not growing and changing, to be able to address that and not just be in treatment to keep a number and make money. You need to stop. I don't know if that makes sense.
Mhm.
I mean, ultimately, right, I want to have a business that provides the word quality, but even like stellar services, right, to clients. And that I mean that they're willing to challenge themselves to seek support when they need it, and to challenge themselves to ensure that they're the right fit for the people they're treating too. I don't know, a whole lot of thoughts in my mind. No.
So what I've done, and I just put some notes down under the vision statement.
Mhm.
And like I said, you're going to, probably just need to sit with this one for a while. Keep in mind, not only what the goal of the business is, but, the ability to think or plan, how, the goal happens.
Mhm.
Okay. Anything else? Any other thoughts or?
No, I like I said, I think that's the recognition is the stuck point. I did a lot of working on the job description specifically so far. Let me pull up what I have, and then right, so just like the request, and then obviously still working on the bullet points, but they, part-time hourly W-2 position to join virtual practice, fully licensed or conditional, working on clinical hours. Supervision can be provided for the right candidate. 10-hour per week minimum with opportunity for more. Multi-state licensure, a plus. Then, right, master's degree, active license. And it would say is, I know your the questions, the 5 questions that you had are, 1 year experience of professional counseling. I'm comfortable with somebody 1 year experience in a clinical setting. It doesn't have to be providing one-on-one counseling, because sometimes hospital-based work, and we're a big hospital-based area in that case. So I guess that's the start of what I have.
Okay.
And I know that's on my to-do list for Friday, with us touching base on that
Yeah.
on Tuesday.
Okay. So then continue to go ahead and work on the job description, and hopefully by Friday it'll be pretty much wrapped up. And then we can go over that in next week, and then, even if you don't finish the vision, but just be thinking through it, and ideas that pop in your head, write down, that kind of thing. And sometimes when you're not sitting here, like, almost it feels like forcing to try to get it out, you could be driving down the road and it's like, that's when you grab your iPhone and, record real quickly what comes in your head. But yeah, because we had on that you were going to do by Friday the job description, so then we'll go over that, and then we can look at literally finishing up, making sure everything that you need to go through the hiring process is done, so you could post something, literally.
Yeah.
I mean, just get this process going. So
Yeah, and I wanted to sort of ping something off you for for policies and procedures. Do you think reaching out to like a mental health attorney, they might have?
yeah, or what you can do is hold on 1 second. Let me see what they have. On my website, under resources, there's a page that is this private practice startup paperwork, and their stuff is already attorney approved, and I'm not sure what's in what package. You might want to click on it and look. Let's see if I can see real quickly. They have. Okay, the base package you get. The paperwork. The forms.
Is that under?
let me double check with Kate and see if one of these packages has, policies and procedures and startup and all of that.
Okay,
I think they do, but I want to make sure I have the right one.
okay.
So let me,
Yeah, because where does it say?
Time sheet. Okay, let me double check with her. I'll shoot her an email and I'll ask her if they have, it's like they have things like, independent contractor agreement, a business associate, that kind of stuff. So let me see what they have. I may have one. I'll see if I can dig and find it.
Okay, because I can see the peak package has assignments of the insurance benefits, biopsychosocial, which I already got from the practice, the wizard,
Yeah,
consent policies agreement. I have all of that. What I need is like the back end paperwork.
okay.
And so the one that it brings me to private practice startup paperwork, business paper, maybe that's what business paperwork. Podcast, non-disclosure, contractor, independent contractor, business associate agreement.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. So you need policies, procedures,
Yeah.
and what else?
Well, I just need like the new hire paperwork, right? To ensure like outside of, you need to stop barking right now. Yes, I know you know better. To get that all set up, like,
Okay,
so that I have like what somebody needs to hire somebody, because I didn't need paperwork to hire myself, right?
right.
And then I didn't hire anyone because I contracted you, right? So you had your agreement and we agreed to that, and then you provide what you provide me, as we talked about. It's different than hiring somebody, which is why a contract agreement is easy for me to provide and get that agreement signed, and then I pay them on that agreement, which is not what I'm doing. So it's a whole different step, which I think is the right step. Because I'm gonna have to do it anyway.
Right.
And as you told me from your experience, right, you had to then transition everything. And
Yeah.
so I just want to make sure that I have what I need, and whoever I need to consult with that to make sure, because I've never done that before. I can only go based off of what I filled out when I started somewhere in the past.
Right. Okay. And you did say you're doing W2, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me see what I have, and then I'll check around also with Kate and Katie, see if they have something like that, and hopefully I will be able to get a hold of something.
Okay.
I have a couple other people in my pocket I may be able to reach out to.
Okay, cool. So my goal is to work on, show my mission and talk to Mike about it, because I do trust his opinion. And as things grow, at some point, he's got a business management degree. I would assume pulling him in so he doesn't have to work in that crap field he doesn't really want to work in anymore. At some point, like, that's the growth goals. So, but the mission, and then work on the vision and finish the job description. But that next step, which was all is part of that, is the policies, procedures, like new hire paperwork, that back end paperwork that I need to be able to bring somebody on when I post said job description and want to hire somebody.
Yep. Okay.
And then the week of the 18th.
Well, yeah, and so what's happening for me that week is I've actually scheduled for surgery on the 19th.
Oh no.
It's I'm having believe it or not, my tonsils out, some androids and some excessive tissue in my throat that I have. I have what they call severe obstructive sleep apnea. And so, like, even if I were to, drop all the weight that I need to drop, it would still be a problem because it's obstructive in my throat. So we're doing that. I'm thinking maybe in the hospital 2 days, possibly 3. So are you able to do Monday
Mm-hmm.
on the 17th?
Yeah, and in 2016, July of 2016, I had my tonsils out as an adult. And adenoids out, and it wasn't too terrible, but
Okay.
yeah, as an adult. And so because I am who I am, I had him on a Friday and I was back to work on Monday, with some pain. I happened to have been on call that week. I worked in a psych hospital. I was the clinical director. And so I had to answer phones in the middle of the night, and that was hard. So I just had like water by the bed. And my boss later on said, "Why didn't you tell me? I would have had somebody cover you." And I said, because I just said, I didn't want to make a big deal of it.
Oh
So,
my God.
but it wasn't as terrible. And then, so my son has subglottic stenosis, my middle son, which is a narrowing of the airway. So he has Stridor. And he's had to have a lasering surgery as well. So I understand that 100%. My time hop today said, it actually kind of made me sad because it was said 11 or like 10 years ago, Marley's 11, and it said Marley woke up with a barking cough, and that's when it started. So
Oh, wow.
I can relate to you on the tonsils, and I can understand the breathing and the obstruction, because Marley, anytime he gets inflammation, it scares the bejeebies out of Mike and I.
Yeah.
We've driven to the ER for steroids and nebulizers many a time, not as much as we did when he was younger, because he's growing into his throat, right? It widens over time, and then as he gets older, he'll probably have obstruction again. But so I can, so I do hope it goes. I mean, I'll talk to you before then, but I hope it goes well.
Me
On
too.
that-
Being older, I'm 63, and he's like, well, I said, can we do outpatient? He goes, no, it's gonna be inpatient. I'm like, oh. And he says, you are gonna have some soreness and pain. And I'm like, great, I talk for a living.
Yeah, uh-huh.
So,
100% understand that. So
yeah, so Monday the 17th at the same time, would that work?
yeah, right now I only have an 8 and a 9 my time, and that's 6 and 7 yours. So you wouldn't want to do that anyway. So 1 o'clock my time,
Yeah.
11 o'clock yours on I'm just going to move it for just that 1 week. And then obviously if you're still not feeling well and we need to move the following week, we can do that too.
Yeah. Well, wait, I'm not going to move anything that week until
until you know
an idea. Yeah. So, okay,
So,
cool.
Okay. Yeah, let me know. Just send me that. And what I'll do is I'll create the job description in the Google Drive and share it when I think I'm done,
Perfect.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.